so cold out there. Woo! Okay. You know, have you heard of those areas where they have thermal inversions? Let me get my sweater. You know, where, like, for instance, you have a valley and, you know, surrounded by mountainy areas, and sometimes you'll see that it's smoggy or smoky in the valley, you know, and it doesn't get clear until you go up the mountains, or like, anyway, that's not a thermal inversion, I don't think, but you can look it up. But I think you get the idea. You know, it's like, I'm just closing my blinds here. You know, it's like when the atmosphere, certain type of atmosphere is sort of trapped in an area. Well, I live in a sort of a thermal inversion area, but it's not like a weather one, you know, or smog or fog. Oh, let me sit down here. What it is the apartment complex I live in is surrounded by more fast food places and restaurants than I think I have ever seen, like even at a busy interstate intersection, you know, how there'll always be restaurants and fast food places. It's like, because see, it's not just an intersection, like there's a small mall here, and a big mall here, and another small mall right there, and a bunch of restaurants and stuff there. Anyway, so it's surrounded, and what happens is all these restaurants are cooking up their stuff, and most of the time when I go outside, I'm smelling burgers or Chinese food or Chick-fil-A or things baking, all kinds of stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes, I mean, I'm sort of used to it. I mean, I've been here like 3 years, but sometimes, like tonight is a very cold night, and I was just out walking Grayson, and I haven't had dinner yet, and I'm kind of smelling, ooh, that smells so good. But here's something that I learned today, and this has to do with, well, anything you're doing, but particularly if you are trying to change your eating habits or your health habits to be better, okay? This saying is, I ask myself, what actions am I doing right now that prove what I am committed to? Okay? What actions am I doing right now that prove what I am committed to? The basis of the wisdom of this is that, you know, people will say, oh yes, I'm committed to this or I'm committed to that, but look at their lives. Do you see the results? Do you see evidence in their lives of their commitment? So when, oh, hey, Cassie, hey, Leslie, I'm good to see you. So here's the thing that really struck me. And actually, I have one of those Echo Dot things. So I told Alexa, I don't want her to think I'm talking to her, to remind me every 2 hours to ask myself, what are you doing? What actions are you doing right now to prove what you are committed to? And, you know, people will put up signs around their house and with things, but when I hear her voice, come on and ask me that, it's like, oh my gosh, it's very convicting. Oh, hey, Lori. Y'all, if you're watching, please say something so I can greet you. So, okay. Being out there sniffing all that food that is so appetizing. I mean, gee whiz, sometimes it could almost be like torture, you know? Tonight it was like a real sort of a Chinese food sort of odor. I think it's coming from some kind of panda. I can't remember the name of the place because I don't go to any of these places. It's not Quick Panda, Kung Fu Panda. Anyway, Handy Panda? Well, I don't remember it. On the tip of my tongue, anyhow. But it smells really good. And I said to myself, okay, what are you doing right now that proves what you're committed to? Panda Express. Thank you, Lori. That's what it's called. Anyhow, well, what I decided I needed to do was just say, okay, I'm smelling this, but I am not going to do anything about it. I am not going to go home and, order delivery or something like that. It would have been kind of hard since I couldn't remember the name. But anyway, you can always Google restaurants near me. But anyhow, I'm not just using this. Hey, Sandra. I'm not just using this to try to stick with my health plan. I'm also using it in other areas also, okay? In areas of study and business and, even like taking care of the dog. I mean, I'm committed to helping civilize this rescue dog that I have. Good old Grayson, Hey, Grayson, say hi. Yes, good boy. Well, what am I doing to prove my commitment to that? So I guess for me, that question says to me, it's very convicting. It's like, okay, where's the evidence? What am I doing? Do I have a plan? What's the last thing I did? What am I gonna do? It just sort of makes present and kind of right up in my face, I guess I would say, the fact that your life is the evidence. My life is the evidence of what I do or don't do, as the case may be. And that little question is helping me to face things head on and more honestly. What action am I doing right now that proves what I am committed to? So, what are you committed to? Hey, Sandra, what are you doing that if somebody looked at your actions, they would say, well, obviously she's committed to whatever. Oh, hey, Erica, if I missed y'all, I greet you. And gee whiz, I'm all excited here. I'm starting to warm up now from having been out in the cold. But anyway, so I am going to get on with my evening's activities. But I wanted to share that with you because sometimes a little catchphrase, a little motto, some of those inspirational quotes can really speak to a person. And it's almost like wake me up to a higher level of realization of what's going on in my life.